Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris. This is Chris Loves Lux. And today we sitting here so that we can talk about the new reformulated fragrances from Christian Dior by their new perfumer, Kurkdjian. I bought it the day it dropped. I have them in the box. Right now, they come in a set of 3. It's Bois d'Argent. I'm saying that wrong. And Cologne Blanche and Eau Noire. And this is not a first impression, but I haven't worn them. I did spray them once, each one of them, just so I can see, really quick what my thoughts were. If it invoked a memory, I do have the original in a decant of Bois d'Argent, maybe it's that. I don't know. Correct me in the comments because I don't speak French. Anywho, I have that one that came in the little, the little sizes that come like this in the travel size, and I put them in here instead and labeled them. So this is the original, so I do have that to compare to the reformulated one. But listen, before we get into all of that, thank you for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Click that notification bell to make sure that you're always notified when I upload. Don't forget to like, comment, and share the video. Now, it's time to get into it because I know people are wondering what to do. I'm going to be the first one to tell you. I was suspect when I saw the amount that they were charging for the set of 3. And it's important to note that the set of 3 is only the 2.5 ounce of fragrance. 3 of them. Now the regular price for most of the 1.25 ounces now is $125. So if you times that by 3, that's $375. However, this set was $450. So I don't know if they did that because it's Kurkdjian's formula. I don't know if that's a testament to what we have to come. Dior did have a price increase on their fragrances for the Privee line. So now the 4 ounce is $350, I believe. And the 8 ounce is $420. Now you guys know I have a lot of them, right? I have a whole collection video, which I will link above in case you want to see that one. I have a lot of them. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. Okay, I have like 13, 14. And now this will add 3 to that collection. But anyway, let's jump into it. Like I said, I already unboxed it. So you're going to see that it's already unboxed. The typical, there was no special packaging with it. It's the typical Dior packaging, which is already special. You have the little sleeve. I put it to the side. What they did give with this gift with purchase was a little makeup bag that has CD on it, which is cute. I'm not going to use it because it's small and I have no need for it, but it's cute just to have, even if you were into like cloth clutches or something, I don't know. But for me, I'm not going to do anything much with that. Now, they did give the Capture Total, they gave 2, the Dream Skin, Care and Perfect, and then they gave the Super Potent Serum Intense. I haven't used either one of these. I have other ones too. I probably need to try it and see if I like it. I did choose Holy Peony as my travel scent. I actually like Holy Peony, not enough to drop $300 and something on it, but since I have 2 of these, it'll be enough for, it's a 7.5 ml, so it'll be enough for me to refill my decant, and that's how I'll keep getting that one, because honestly, I don't need a big bottle of that. Inside here, in this little thing, I have Jasmine DNGs and Toba Color. I have both of these in a large bottle, but it doesn't hurt to have these in small bottles. I can just do something with those, but I do love these things right here. So these things are great to have, especially if you have things like maybe little primers and stuff and you just want to keep it in the bag. You can always use these bags for other things as well. So having these little drawstring bags, and even this large one, it comes in handy when you're traveling. So Dior and their pillows, they do love to put a nice pillow in here, which is also great for travel if you're trying to make sure that your makeup or something does not get damaged. Now, having said all of that, let's get into this. This is the receipt, the box and the receipts off to the side. Now, I've already opened this, so inside of this box was this envelope with the pretty CD stamp on it. You take it out, and it's a hard cover, and it's gonna get washed out because of the white. And now my color is all off. There you go. And here it says the re-release of Eau Noire, Cologne Blanche, and Bois d'Argent has revived the founding creative act of La Collection Privee Christian Dior. When I arrived at the house of Dior, people spoke to me of desire to reunite the fragrances and retell this beautiful story. It's the story of the first encounter, one that is bold and demanding, sincere and elegant. The expression of an olfactory aesthetic that has always been my guide. Francis Kurkdjian, director of De la Création Parfums Christian Dior. And that's what it has there. And it has it in French, and then it says it in English, okay? So it's a cute little note. I think if it could have saved me $25 off my bill if you could have kept this. But anyway, let's just keep going. I'm not gonna harp on it. But okay, so it comes in this here. So we have to, it comes inside of here, and it's in there, stuffed in there pretty good. So you gotta, okay. So now here's the box. I don't want, the white always washes out, and then you open it up, and you see the 3 40 ounce bottles. Okay, so all 3, and they're in there, y'all. Bois d'Argent. Can you see that? Let me see. There you go. The white is really washing out today. Cologne Blanche. Eau Noire. Now, the Eau Noire, in the original formula, it's green. The juice is green. This juice is not green. It is yellow. Very interesting, because what's the difference in the fragrances? Is my understanding that they have all been reformulated several times, and that he was taking it back to its original reformulation. I am unsure if that's true, because I don't have any of the original ones. Even the one that's out right now in the large bottle is a reformulated version. From my understanding, he went back to the original. It is also important to note that he was the perfumer for these 3 fragrances at the beginning. All right. So, as we know, Demarche, I think I'm saying his name right, or I could be saying it wrong. He's retired. He was the nose on a lot of the ones that I already have in my collection. But now that Francis Kurkdjian is here, I'm hoping that they come out with new fragrances. Now, I heard through the grapevine there's a lot of fragrances currently available that are going to be discontinued. I've heard that Patchouli Imperial might be discontinued. I know that Belle de Jour will be. Heard that Oud Isfahan may be as well. And when I go and I look online, I'm seeing that New Look 1947, I believe is the name of it. I'm showing that it's not in anything but the big bottle, so I'm thinking that might be as well as Grand Ball. But and those are 2 that I wanted to get my nose on first before I bought them. One of them has a lot of tuberose in it, which you know I love, but I didn't want to spend $300 on a bottle and I wasn't sure if I was going to like it. So anyway, that's on that. So I did pull up, there's not much out there on what notes are still in the fragrances. What did he tweak? It's not a lot of discussion around it, but what I will say is I'm only going to read what is available on the Dior website. For Bois d'Argent, it says timeless yet avant-garde. This fragrance pioneered the concept of universal olfactory elegance. It has frankincense note and an ambery background. It's supposed to be a bit powdery. So we're going to see. Now, I have, like I said, both of these. So what I'm going to do is I am going to spray them on cards. So the first thing I'm going to do, and I don't particularly, that's why I don't have a large bottle of this one, because I didn't particularly care for the one that so it's a fresh scent. I do remember that, but it was something about it that I didn't fall in love with, and it just didn't float my boat, so to speak. So what I am going to do is I am going to spray the new version, which I just hit my hand with. There's a definite difference. This is the older version, the most recent version. This is the new version. There's a slight difference. It's not major. I'm trying to see which one would I have preferred if I liked either one of them. This one, the new one, seems to be a bit more green to me. I don't know if it's because it's on paper, but it does seem to have a more of a green note to it, or something in it is a little more prominent than this one. I would say the older version, I hate to put it on my, yeah, I can't, because I smell like apple brandy. It's been in apple brandy, and I mixed apple brandy and Creed Aventus for her. So I can't spray anywhere on me today. I can spray here though. So I'm going to just smell the new one. I'm going to say I barely sprayed it. So let me do that. Okay. I'm going to be honest. It's a lot of alcohol in this one, because that's the first thing I smell. This is not a love for me. I don't see myself even getting through this bottle. It has a, I don't want to call it synthetic, but look at how oily it is. It's got a lot. It seems like the oil concentration is there. You see that? Compared to this side of this is where I sprayed. It's not a love for me. This is, and it wasn't a love for me the first time that I sprayed it, when I got it in the mail. This is a little mature, actually a lot mature. There is something in here that's definitely off-putting for me. I would probably have to mix this with something else to get through the bottle. I'm going to be very, very honest with you. It's iris, so it's got a powdery, but maybe it's the frankincense. It's something. Oh my gosh, it's not a love. I would probably have to mix it with another fragrance. It doesn't seem, it's not for me. It doesn't smell like something that I would wear. And I think that's the problem. It doesn't smell like, my fragrances, most of them, they smell like something that I would wear. It's like somewhere in there's a signature of Chris, if that makes sense. And this, This doesn't. This really does not work with my chemistry. I will put it like that. And it was the same thing for this one, but the other one that's out, I want to say the original, but it's not the original. The most recent one before MFK or Francis Kurkdjian came out with it. This one is less off-putting to me than the new one. The new one is a lot stronger than this one. A lot stronger. Yeah, this is not for me. It is too, and maybe it's something that I have to wear. It's like it's powder, but it still has like it's something in it. I don't want to spend too much time on this one, but for me, this is not a winner. For me, to blind buy this, right, and you're not familiar with the scents already, I wouldn't recommend. You need to wait until they come out individual, because they're $450 for 3, and if one is $125 normally, you're spending $75 more than you would. Now, I don't know, like I said, if all of the things that Francis Kurkdjian comes out with are going to be higher than the original or the other fragrances done by Dematcher. I'm butchering his name, but the previous perfumer. Yeah, I'm not feeling that. I'll be lying to y'all if I said I did. It's a no for me. But the original one was a no for me. I thought that maybe something different would be put in there that would make me like the fragrance, and it's a no. I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it on its own and wear it and see after I wear it, because some fragrances, even 10 minutes into the wear, it may not be there yet, but an hour later you may like it. You know, Gris Dior does that for me. Gris Dior was a no and a no, and then all of a sudden it was a yes, and then a yes a little more, like that. So perhaps this will grow on me, but for right now, it's a no. Okay. Let's move on to another one. Now, these next two, I do not have an original bottle of. So this one is Cologne Blanche. And this one I like. I like this. Is perfect for hot days. Tomorrow's going to be pushing 90. I will be wearing this. And actually it's in the mid to high 90s all this week. I probably will rock this a couple of days, because that is what I get a summer day out of this. It is not no coconut, none of the typical vacation like scents that you would want out of this, but it's fresh. And what it has in is notes of orange blossom. That's probably why I love it. Violet, which I can smell, and amber. And even though it's an all-day cologne, it is strong enough to be an EDP. And I will tell you, this one on the skin, it lasts, but I can tell you, you're going to have to overspray. It's not, and you have to overspray most of the Dior fragrances, except for, there's a few you don't. Like, you don't have to overspray Toba Color unless you want to choke yourself out. You're not going to do that. You're not really going to overspray. I overspray Fev because I love cherry note, but you may not want to overspray Fev. I'm trying to think of the other ones that I have that you really don't want to overspray. But as for this, oh, you don't want to overspray Uda Isfahan. Definitely, you don't want to overspray that one. But yeah, so this one is good. I actually like this one. I think it's definitely unisex. Now that I think about it, the previous one, the Bois d'Argent or d'Argent, I think this may smell better on a man. And honestly, I think I'm going to see if my brother puts it on, if I could get a different smell from him, and see if it's a winner on him, he can have it. Because I'm not, you know, I don't want to force myself to wear it unless I absolutely have to. I keep going back to see if it turns. But for this one, this is a definite unisex fragrance. It is great for the spring, summer, even an early fall, I'd say. I can't give you longevity or anything because I haven't worn these yet. I will do wear test and everything, and then I will do follow-up videos for each one of these fragrances separate, and I will give Bois d'Argent another try. But for right now, with these first were really second impressions, yeah, so it's still a no for Bois d'Argent. But Cologne Blanche, yeah, I like this one, and I would get a large bottle of this when it comes out. So these will come out individually in large bottles. In the larger bottles, I think they said in September, October timeframe. I want to say September. I might not get it immediately in December, in September, but because the summer will be over. But it's definitely one that I would add to my list to get before the weather gets hot again. Yeah, I like this. This was good. Now, this last one here, Eau Noire. Okay, really? There you go. The white washes it out. Now I'm going to tell y'all right now. I love this one. It was love at first sniff for me. Love at first sniff. Okay? Eau Noire is wrapped in a gourmand accord, arranged around notes of lavender, myrrh, and myrrh. It has something else in it, though. That's just the two they mention. This fragrance, y'all, it is not for this time of the year. I don't want to waste none, so I'm not even giving it a full spray. This fragrance, and I sprayed it on paper on a little index card that I cut out. I have my, I don't know why I didn't use my fragrance strips, but that's okay. This is going to be amazing in the winter. Late fall and all winter, the colder the better. It's going to turn heads. And the open, it's very incensey in my opinion. Maybe it's the myrrh. It gives you a little bit of a spice blend, right, by Christian Dior in the Privee line as well. It gives you a little of that. You do smell the licorice. There is licorice in here. You do smell it, and I hate licorice in the smell, but it's not off-putting. It's not strong. It's not nasty licorice. It's got a sweetness about it that really, it's motorcycle season, y'all. The motorcycles are coming by. Okay. It is super sweet, which is definitely why you can't wear it now. It is incensey. It's very spicy. So that's what I'm saying. It's got a spicy, but very like honey is in it or something. There is other notes in here other than the two that they mentioned online. I am telling you, it's got like a spicy candy, and it's not ginger, but something in it. And I can't wait for them to release what the actual fragrance, the notes are for this one, because they are supposed to be slightly different from the original version. This is definitely unisex. If you don't like spice blend, if you don't like warm, spicy, sweet, this is not for you. I'm gonna tell you that right now, because this is spicy. And you can smell the licorice. It's sweet, it's spicy, incensey. It's giving me Middle East vibes with the spice, right? It's something in it that, and it's not, it's not turmeric, but I want to say it's turmeric, but it's not. It's not turmeric, and I'm gonna look. It's something in it that I'm going to tell you right now, because I know I got it. I have it on the tip of my tongue. It's right in right there. Yeah, I can. It's that lavender, and I don't like lavender, y'all. Y'all know that. I don't. It's coffee in here, but there's something else. It's definitely licorice. It's something else in it. I can't find it because this is not all it's saying is the myrrh, you know. It's not giving me the other items, but I'm telling you, y'all, I can smell it in here. I think he said it was the lavender and the myrrh, but it's not the lavender. Saffron. I think it's not turmeric, it's saffron. That's what's in it. It's giving the whole, it's grounding the fragrance. You could tell there's wood, it's woody, it's spicy. It's got a little powder in it. It's got licorice. It's got everything in it. And you have to be okay. It is not blind buy worthy. And I do blind buy fragrances. I will tell you that. I will look at the notes and make a decision. If I saw these notes on my own, like licorice and all that, I would never buy it. I took a chance because I was like, okay, it's Francis Kurkdjian. I have 10 of his own fragrances from his own house. So I said, I like his formulation. So let me purchase this. And I did it. And I'm glad I did. This alone, I'm not going to say it was worth $450, but it was worth me taking the chance. Because this I will get a large bottle of when it comes out in September or October, whenever it comes out. This is large bottle worthy, and I would not want them to decide to have another price increase and then I pay more than what, you know, I already have to pay for the large bottle. But this is very much worth it. I can see me picking this up a lot during the winter. So I am so glad that I have this one. So just to recap this whole experience, okay? If you already are familiar with all three of these scents and you want to smell the reformulation, then I would say you could go ahead and take the chance because you already have all three of these fragrances. If you don't and you have never smelled any of them, I would say do not blind buy these fragrances. Go smell them. And I don't know if they're in the boutiques yet. I am not sure. But this is not, let me repeat myself, not blind buy worthy. You cannot blind buy these, never have smelled, and you've never smelled them before. You just can't, right? So a lot of people have smelled the other version of Bois d'Argent, right? You smelled them because they've been in the little discovery packs. You can order it in this little size, etc. But Cologne Blanche and Eau Noire have not been in those. So if you have not gotten your nose on it either at a Saks or at a actual boutique, then you would be blind buying. And while I feel, in my opinion, they're both very unisex, I think this is perfect for right now if you live in warm weather. And this one is perfect for the winter. I would say hold out, wait for the bottles to come out individually, and then test them all out and buy the ones you like. That makes sense? $450 is not cheap. It's a lot of money, y'all. Two of the fragrances I'm definitely cool with. I have no problems. They're large bottle worthy for me. This other one is not. It is just not for me. So I am eager definitely for Eau Noire to come out. I mean, that's my #1 favorite one out of all of these. It's just getting better as it sits on the card. And the one thing I will say about Eau Noire is I sprayed one spray on my hand. Just one. Just like I did on this card. I sprayed one spray. 5 hours later, I could still smell it. As I was going like this, I was just getting whiffs and whiffs of it. So that tells me that that is going to be a beast when I wear it in the winter. One spray right here in the middle of my hand lit it up. It's almost like Toba color in that sense, because it does the same thing. It will, you don't need a lot. You put a little on, you're gonna smell like that all day until you wash it off. Same thing. Now, Bois d'Argent is getting a little sweeter as time goes by, but it's taking too long for me. And it's still got something in it that's just off-putting for me. It's a no. I'll try it, you know, another day when I'm really not going to be around a lot of people. Maybe I should when I'm around a lot of people. But if it's off-putting to me, I think other people are going to not like it. But anyway, that's just me. Let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are. What do you think about the price? You know, are you going to get it? Are you going to wait and smell it? Or are you going to blind buy it? Let me know if you have any of these other fragrances in this recent form, or in another formulation from earlier on. I am excited because Francis Kurkdjian is coming out with his own scents for Dior. That is what I'm here for, right? Because, you know, in other fragrances like Burberry Her, and I want to say Narciso Rodriguez for her, and the many other fragrances, he leaves his mark. I hate to say his DNA because that sounds funny. He left his DNA. No, he leaves his mark, his signature inside of the fragrance. I don't smell that here. Right? And I don't think I was supposed to, because he was taking something he worked on years ago and that had been reformulated, etc., and he was putting it back, or it's supposed to be modernizing it. I don't know necessarily if he modernized it, because I don't know what it originally smelled like, you know, but he made a twist in it somehow, and I'm hoping that he'll explain it more in the recent as we come up. He'll explain it more, but for me, it's okay. I'm glad I got it so that I can let you guys know whether or not to go ahead and run and get that, or if you should wait. And I think you should wait until they're separate and then pick which ones you want. Okay, let me know if this video was helpful. Let me know if you have any of these fragrances. If you plan on getting any of these fragrances separately, do the notes speak to you? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you for watching. I hope everyone is doing well. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to click that subscribe button. Go ahead and click that notification bell to all, so every time I upload, you're notified. Like, comment, and share the video. And until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned. I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye, guys.